Hello, everybody, and welcome back to American Trucking Simulator. We have another sunny day after a fun bit of rain. Today, we are going from Kennewick, Washington to Bend, Oregon, taking some forklifts. Shouldn't be too long of a journey, but should be a fun one nonetheless. And if I remember right, I was going to have a story time. I think. Remember, I was going to talk about stuff that pertained to the podcast. Granted, there wasn't really that much. A lot of it was random stuff, like we'd be in the middle of an episode and we didn't have a whole lot to talk about that time, so I would get on like Facebook in the middle of the episode and find something weird that was going on. Like something with Green Mountain Coffee. Not sponsored. I don't know why you sitting like that. But yeah, so one of those stories that always gets reiterated is actually a better story time, how we started. So, for the longest time, I was wanting to do YouTube, streaming, something to entertain. Though I'm not sometimes, though I feel sometimes I'm not the best entertainer. A lot of this has to be planned, and I don't do that. Like, I'll give myself a few minutes before I start something to clear my head, figure out what destinations I'm going to take, and go from there. Just spitball whatever I can, because I feel like you can't plan some of the better stories. Though with podcasting stuff, it's not really stories, it's information. A lot of times we was giving out information. Games coming out, what we thought of movies, random stuff that might or might not pertain to books, music, traveling. We kind of just try to do a little bit of everything. And we're still trying to figure that out. We're still in the early stages, and we're wanting to just have something that people can listen to, that they can laugh at or learn something from. And one day was over at my co-host's house, and like we was talking about, she was wanting to do a YouTube thing on their the journey that they took for the house that they're building. And we got to talking, and we're like, oh, what if we do a podcast? I was like, all right, cool. What would it be about? And we're like, well, pop culture. Pop culture can mean anything. It could be anything popular in any culture. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And though some people, it's a struggle on that, because pop culture can mean just about anything. And it all kind of depends on how you spin it. So we were like, yeah, let's go with that. And we weren't always up on the most current trend stuff. Like, there's stuff that was considered pop culture that I didn't even bother to watch. Like, it happens. And then there's stuff that, like, we talked about that at one point was popular or popular to some and has either since grown or died down. But we were sitting there and just spitballing ideas, trying to come up with names, things like that. And one day I was like, you know what? I was like, I have my own handle that I try to go by. I was like, Marching Monono. Something from school. Back in high school, I did marching band and marching, and Monono was my rookie name. No idea how it came to be, just one of those random days. Well, lo and behold, she kind of had her own handle as well. She does, she has her own Etsy, and I'll have to ask it to change. But she used to go by the Green Mage. And if I can get that more up information, I will definitely have to get with her and see about spreading that out. If she still does it, I'm not 100% sure. But I just decided one day, Marching Mages. And since then, we've been working on trying to make intros. I need to talk to her about some kind of outro. We're working on getting together more often to come up better, get at least items for what to talk about. And then, of course, with me doing this, I'm trying to work on doing this, at least make the videos and put them out in a timely fashion. Because I would love for this to grow. I'd love for the entertainment value of this to keep going, as well as have time to spend with people I know. And that's kind of led to the whole podcasting thing. And we had some good episodes and some bad episodes, audio being completely terrible. We're still trying to work on spreading the word on, like, not spreading the word, what is it? I guess spreading our influence. We're trying to figure out how to set up on different platforms, because some of them are pretty simple to, help make sure you claim those podcasts for you, and then there are some that are like, it's like jumping through hoops. And then now we're trying to figure out a way to work and take that information to YouTube, because we want to record the video and actually have some kind of visual to watch, because we feel like that could be funny too, because there's a lot of moments where it would have been funny to have us, like, to see what we were doing. Especially during the era of us having our no-name game. which was a trip. And just to kind of go off of that, how that started was kind of the same way. Was one day, I think I went to Walmart, or we had gone to pick up drinks before we started the podcast. And we had found, and I got distracted. We had found the Last Dab chips. And so what we would do is we would ask each other trivia. Whoever got the most wrong had to eat one of the chips. And she's not very good with spicy, and I hadn't eaten anything spicy in so long that my tolerance dropped. And so we did that for the longest time. And then I had a friend. We had a friend who was like, I can make some treats for it, because they're all not going to be bad, but they're not all going to be good. And oh, did I hit someone? And then anyway, they're not all going to be bad, they're not all going to be good. And the last thing, actually, before that, we were like, yeah, sure. I mean, it might be disgusting, but it might, it could be funny. We did Smash or Pass Pokemon on the podcast. You couldn't really see our reactions, but like, you can hear the laughing and the fact that we were having a whole lot of fun doing it. And go on from there. And we kept with the no-name game, and the last episode we did that involved the no-name game was murder on me, because this man made these chocolate treats so well that they were perfectly sealed on the inside. And it was stuff like he had put wasabi. I think it was wasabi. It's been a minute. We don't have the notes. Or I don't have the notes anymore of what was in it. But one of them, because I was being helpful, and I was like, okay, for everyone I get wrong, I'll eat one. And for my co-host, it was, well, if I lose, I'll eat one. Something, because I had won a couple of games, and though it seemed rigged, some trivia I'm really good at. We was using, I think, Trivial Pursuit trivia towards the end. Just like something that we could use to make it as fair as possible. And I got two wrong. And the first one I ate, I think had like mustard or something in it. Or wasabi. It was something. It did not taste bad. Ate it quick, gone, wonderful. And the second one I ate, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna just take a bite, figure out what's in it. I was like, I'm just gonna eat it, swallow it, game over. Took one bite, and oh my God, it was oyster. And I felt it on my tongue, and when I lifted up, it moved back into the chocolate crunch, and I could not take it. Lo and behold, that was the game over moment for me. And since then, have not been the same. It was crazy. Fun, but crazy. And that was kind of some of the wildest stuff we've done was that. And then now I was able to get my hands on some more hot sauce, except this is hotter. And hopefully, as we get back into it, can get the video footage of us reacting. Though I'm gonna have to see about getting a second bottle just for her to keep at her place, plus some game cards. Oh, it looks like a giant crab. Just cool in the distance. But yeah, that was the podcast. It was some wacky and crazy adventures that we got into. And it was excitement after excitement that we had. From talking about random stuff that we just found to just some experience of friends and co-hosts that we've had on here. Or on the podcast. And it's been a trip, and I cannot wait to get back to it. And hopefully I will be able to give at least enough of a heads up on here in case any of y'all want to check it out. Or, depending on how far down the line y'all see this, it's out. Watch it, listen, laugh with us, cry with us, enjoy a wonderful time with us. Because nothing is better in this world than trying to make people laugh, because not a lot of people have laughter anymore, and it's kind of sad. Everybody kind of pushes towards being so serious and making sure that certain things are done or being handled, and it's hard to take time to relax. And that's kind of what I hope to prove on this. Just story after story or funny moments, and just go from there. Have fun. Hopefully, hopefully the podcast actually not really brings in people, but people just enjoy it. It's a common occurrence for me and her. We want to entertain and share and just not. We want to put something out there that everyone can listen to and laugh and crap, I'm here. Actually, I have a plat. No, that ain't work. We we just want to put stuff out there that people can enjoy, like while you're working, while you're at school, if you're trying to study, and you need something to kind of help give uh, help to give a moment of laughter or relaxation or to help pass the time, whatever you need it to be. And looks like we're at the end of our journey on this one. And in time, many moons down the future, I'm hoping to bring in some more stories and have some fun talking about random bits. It definitely is a treat to kind of just share and laugh, and hopefully I can start up another channel for story stuff and another one for like card game things and bring entertainment in those ways too. And I want to do it in separate channels because like this would be great as simulation, and there's something that'd be good for stories, so that like if you find playlists you can easily go through and be like, okay, there's this, or there's this one or this one. And the card thing would be just something like, if you're into cards, you don't have to subscribe to all one channel. Because who doesn't want to listen to the squeaking of my gas pedal? But I see the home store in the distance. To drop off forklifts, either be sold or used at the home store. Oh, I was hoping that they weren't going to turn. And go. So I'm definitely gonna have to come on faster. This is the longest freaking gate. And this, nope, wrong button. Still wrong button. There we go. In the back, in the back. What's up, dude? Wrong pedal. Messed up. Aha. directions that steering wheels go all backwards, or facing the opposite direction. Aha! And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed the stories and the fun times, and hopefully there's a lot more to come. I appreciate everybody who came along for this journey, and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to come back for more on another episode, and keep strong and march on.